It's up to you, New York, New York.
Good morning. Good morning. Happy Saturday morning. It's the Richie Hicks Jr. Sports Podcast here on Facebook and YouTube. I am Richie riding solo today, and I am also your co host for Talk in New York. This is dropping over there as well. On today's show, we have a massive matchup in the National Basketball Association as the Oklahoma City Thunder look to go to their second consecutive NBA Finals. They host the San Antonio Spurs, and this is going to be just a terrific matchup. Winner go home situation. And this has been the kind of series that has really been difficult to gauge who's going where and who's going to win because no two games in this series have particularly looked the same. Now, each of these teams has one win on the other team's home court, which I believe actually bodes well for the road team. I think the San Antonio Spurs are feeling confident, and I do think there's something about being the most recent team to win a game in this series going into a game seven. I think the Thunder undeniably have the experience. And the Spurs are young. If they should lose this game, there is nothing to feel bad about. There is nothing to be dejected about. There's nothing to hold your head down about. The Thunder, if they win today, are essentially doing what they were expected to do, whereas the San Antonio Spurs are definitely ahead of schedule. I wholeheartedly believe that we're in for a classic today. A good friend of the show, Davio, my friend, asked if I like the idea of either team, particularly in this case, the Thunder, having over 100 points after three quarters. I do not. I think historically, when you look at game sevens of this magnitude, I have a feeling that the defense is going to be a big part, particularly in the second half. Um, this game could most definitely go either way. But I'm taking the San Antonio Spurs here for the road playoff win. Give me the San Antonio Spurs by a score of 111 to 105. And that's going to be in regulation. I think the Spurs are going to go on a 6-0 run in the final 90 seconds to win this game. And I think Victor Wembanyama is going to go for 33 and 15 and certify that he is the best player in this game and possibly the best player in these playoffs. I think we're looking at a 1999 rematch. New York Knicks, San Antonio Spurs. Now, I have a vested interest in this game because I personally think the Spurs are a better matchup for the Knicks. I've been saying that all season long, or at least all playoffs long. I'm expecting a big contribution from Stephen Castle today. And I think the turning point in this game could potentially be that the Spurs shoot the ball better from the arc, or beyond the arc. That's my opinion. It's imperative that the Spurs win the second chance battle and win the battle on the glass in general. I expect a good game from SGA. I got him going for over 30 points, but I just don't think it's going to be enough. Now, in the Thunder's case, if a guy like Caruso could catch fire like he has done in various parts of not just this series, but in the playoffs, then perhaps the Thunder win their second consecutive Western Conference Finals. As a Knicks fan, either opponent is going to be very trying. And, we recently got the news that Mitchell Robinson broke his pinky. Not really sure how he broke his pinky, but all indications line up that Mitchell Robinson will be ready for the NBA Finals. And that is a player you cannot afford to lose. He is a phenomenal defensive presence. It seems like he and the guys at least have 3 or 4 plays during every game where it's an automatic alley-oop. And if there's anything to poke into Mitch's game, is that he obviously struggles at an absurd rate at the free throw line. But you take the good and the bad with Mitchell, and there's a lot more good than bad. So I hope that he's able to navigate around this pinky injury. People are like, oh, it's just a pinky. It's basketball. You need your hands, you need all your fingers. It's not easy. But however this plays out, incredibly excited for the opportunity for the Knicks to win their first NBA title since 1973. And I think there's something kind of poetic if it is the San Antonio Spurs that are the other team eyeing them down in the finals. We shall see. But I'm taking the Spurs for the road dub and the series win. Moving it along to Major League Baseball for a moment, Tampa Bay Rays were able to get back into the win column yesterday as the New York Yankees have been chopping that deficit down. Their own personal. Tampa got swept by the O's, but they get a much needed victory. Yes, New York Yankees behind home runs from Ryan McMahon, Goldschmidt, and Ben Rice. 6 strong innings from Carlos Ramon, who reported his first win of the season. Surgery. When Jazz gets on the bags, the Yankees have a lot of speed, something that has been pushed the last few years in Yankees baseball as they are trying to get away from just being a one-dimensional team that just is about the long ball, living or dying by. This is a very versatile Yankees lineup when things are going their way. And I don't even have to overemphasize how good the pitching's been this year for the Yanks. And as far as they go, I got another victory for the Yankees lining up today. Ryan Weathers on the bump. And just with the way things have been breaking down, Weathers is still in the rotation. And he has a high strikeout volume. Give me the New York Yankees by a final of 8-3. Yankees win this series, taking game 2 is my prediction. before I hear, I want to hit a couple with regard to the New York Giants, President Donald J. Trump, and I might even circle it back around attending Madison Square Garden for either game 3, game 4. There's been rumors that Trump is interested in attending the NBA Finals. There's no secret that whatever side of the political spectrum that you reside on, Donald J. Trump has been a very controversial figure. As a Knicks fan, do I? I want it to be about the Knicks and their first time in the finals since '99. Care about the political spectrum of it. I'm just the way that the media is out of proportion. It's about the sports. It's something to celebrate that the Knicks have been out for so long, and I hate something taking attention away from that. As far as Abdul living under a rally, very well with this, I might leave in a reasonable fashion of the most vocal person on the team that had something to question about Dart being at this thing. He basically put in not too many words that he and Jackson Dart talked it out, and he said it was the last time he was going to address the media. He has already reneged on that because he has expanded on it in a most recent thing. And I will say this again, I don't think sports actually find sports as a healthy distraction from all the serious stuff going on in the world. And while I understand that athletes have a platform and they're entitled to do what they want with it within reason, I find all too often that too many of these situations turn out negative because whether it's support for the right or support for the left, it's a volatile time in our country, like it or not. And sometimes I think it's healthy to kind of, at least from a public persona, be Switzerland on these matters. I respect any and all opinions, and get at me in the comments and let me know what all of you think. On a side note, good family friend of mine, Rosie, I just want to say that I'm thinking of you and your family today as you are trying to navigate a new chapter in your life. And much love to your family. I wish I was able to be with all of you today, but I know you're going to be in good company, and I know that you guys are going to persevere. Until next time, I am Richie. If you haven't already, please point to like and subscribe to the channel, the Richie Hicks Jr. Sports Podcast on YouTube. Check out Big Bosco Productions on Bandcamp, BAND Camp, to check out my guy, Idris Salam, who has dropped 3 albums pretty much since Groundhog Day. Old Man Energies, Volume 1 and 2, as well as the dirtiest rap album ever made. Check out our friends at the Sports Corner / The Basement Show, Johnny Nast, Joe Gal. Also making a point to check out the Sneaky G podcast. It's called Make It Count for your Big Blue supporters nationwide. And last but not least, make it a point to check out our good friends at the Casual Convo Show every Monday and Wednesday night, 8 to 10 p.m. Enjoy the games today and enjoy whatever you are doing. I wish each and every one of you a prosperous weekend. I'm Richie. I'm out. And announcements to come for our next show. Let's go Knicks.
Big energy, we ain't playing nice. King